Good evening and welcome to my latest project. This one is called Emma's Hugs, and I'm calling it that because this is a sign that I'm going to be making for Emma's Hugs. They're having a fundraiser in March, and what they do is they raise funds to pay parking fees for people in the Houston Medical Center who are there for long term, whether they're the patient or a member of their family is the patient. Parking fees can be quite expensive in the medical center, especially when you're there for quite a while. If you would, please visit emmashugs.com and read the story about how they came into existence. It's a very heartwarming and touching story. Emma was the daughter of the founders of the organization, and the little baby had cancer early on and unfortunately did not survive her cancer. But what it really boiled down to was a Good Samaritan paid the parking fee one day for them, and they realized that that was one way that they could give back to the community, and it was to help cover parking expenses for these long-term patients and their families. So again, emmashugs.com, please visit them, and if you can and if you're moved to, please support them in some fashion or form. There's several ways you can on their website. But getting back to the project at hand, this will be obviously a flag of the United States. I have already burned all the wood grain to make it pop out, and I've dyed the 7 red stripes. And then these will be the white stripes, and then obviously this will be the blue Union with the 50 stars in the background. I will get the stars carved after this is all put together, and I've got a good solid surface to carve with, and I've got a pattern to lay out and get the 50 stars on there. After this is all put together and the stars are all carved, I'm actually going to cut this out in the shape of the continental United States, the 48 lower states. Alaska and Hawaii, I apologize, but you will not be included with your states hanging on the bottom of this sign. I physically, logistically can't do it, but you're represented in the 50 stars. We love our 49th and 50th states, so I apologize that I can't hang your states from the flag, but it just logistically, I couldn't make it work out. So the first thing we've got to do obviously from this point on is I've got to invert these, all these boards over, and I've got to keep them in the right order, in the right sequence, because it would be quite embarrassing to put this all together and either have a white stripe where it should have been a red, or a red where it should have been a white, or heaven forbid, one of the blue Unions down at the bottom instead of at the top. And the whole thing has to be put together in this position right here, upside down. So those of you who follow me, you know that I like working with witness marks to help me keep things lined up. So that's what I've done, is I've gone ahead and on the back I've drawn me some lines to show where I want to cut my biscuit joints. But I went one step further, and I've numbered these 1 through 13 here and 1 through 13 here, because there's a lot of flipping and flopping of these boards, and this old man can get confused real easy. So I'm doing what I can to make sure that I keep this all in the right orientation, because like I said, this has got to be put together in this system, in this layout right here. So I can't see where it is on the back side. So that's why it was very important for me to get this laid out correctly, clamped down in place, and then to be able to draw my witness lines so that they're all going to be in the right spot. So when I line those back up and glue them together, everything's going to be in the right orientation and like it should be. I'm very honored that my friend John asked me to, he's another wood carver, and he asked me if I could help out with this project. His sister Karen is involved with the project. John lives out of state. Karen lives here in Texas where this is happening. And they offered to buy the flag, but after I read what the reasoning for and how they came into existence and the purpose of what they're raising the money for, there's no way I'm going to let these people pay for this flag. I'm very honored, and I hope that this is another way that they're going to gain some more funds to do what they're wanting to do. So thank you, John and Karen, for allowing me to be a part of this project. So next thing for me to do is to start cutting the biscuit joints. And it's pretty late Friday evening on the 7th, so I think I'm going to start this first thing in the morning and get those knocked out. And then I'll go ahead and get them glued up and get going there after that. But I want to again thank y'all for stopping back by. While this is the first video, on my Facebook page I do have some still pictures of the process of what I did to get the red and the blue dyes on there, and the burning of the wood to get the grain to pop out. So I appreciate y'all stopping by and taking a look, and we'll have some more videos coming up. And I appreciate y'all again. If you would hop on over to emmashugs.com, read the story, and if you can in some way, fashion, or form, support this worthwhile project. Again, thank y'all very much, and we will be back shortly.